Hello everyone, my name is Ashwin Kumar Patil and I am from RBNB College, Srirampur. In the previous videos, we have seen how that aldehydes ketones are prepared and what kind of chemical reactions this shows. Due to that carbonyl carbon, there are the different kinds of reaction that aldehydes and ketones shows, and in the previous lecture also we have seen that some name reactions that are shown by the aldehydes and ketones. Now we are going to see oxidation and reduction reactions of aldehydes and ketones. We are very well known of definitions of oxidation and reduction. What are the oxidation and what are the reduction reactions? That the addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen is oxidation, but addition of hydrogen and removal of oxygen, it is nothing but the reduction reaction. For carrying these oxidation reaction or reduction reaction, we need some reagents, or we can say that some agents or some chemicals we are going to use for such kind of reactions. For oxidation of aldehydes and ketones, we can use that dilute nitric acid or potassium permanganate or potassium or sodium dichromate. These are the mild oxidant or oxidizing agents which oxidizes that aldehydes or ketones to the corresponding carboxylic acid. Let us see first that oxidation of aldehydes and ketones. We know that the general reaction, we'll see that the corresponding aldehydes and ketones, they oxidizes to the corresponding carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acids. Okay, by using here, this is aldehyde, we can say it is converted to the carboxylic acid. For this oxidation, look at the reaction. What is the change in the reaction? There is the addition of extra oxygen. That's why this reaction is oxidation. Here we can use dilute nitric acid or potassium permanganate or potassium dichromate. Potassium permanganate or potassium dichromate, which oxidizes these aldehydes to the corresponding carboxylic acid. In case of ketones, they show some anomalous behavior while oxidizing. Why? Due to the strong bond between these alkyl groups and carbon. Means what? There is a slight strong bond of carbonyl group and carbon. These bonds are strong in case of ketones. In case of these ketones, that's why they do not undergo oxidation so easily with the dilute nitric acid or KMnO4. For oxidation of ketones, we have to use that strong oxidizing agents like CrO3, chromium oxide, or we can use that concentrated nitric acid. Where these ketones get oxidized to the. Now here, oxidation of ketones, we should note there is a formation of mixture of carboxylic acid, while aldehydes give just one single product. As here two different alkyl groups are present in the ketone, that's why they will form a mixture of carboxylic acid having less number of carbon atom from the starting ketones. from the starting ketones. Means what? If now see, let us see in the example, we can see here that it is ethyl methyl ketone which on oxidation with the strong oxidant like chromium oxide, there is a formation of and see, in the starting there is a 1, 2, 3 and 4 carbon atoms are present, while that mixture, this is a, what is this? This is acetic acid and this is propionic acid. This one is acetic acid and that propionic acid. Look at the starting material. We can see IUPAC nomenclature. This is the butanone, and starting material or starting ketone having 4 number of carbon atoms, while the mixture of 2 carboxylic acid, that is acetic acid and propionic acid, it contains 2 carbon atom and this much, that the 3 number of carbon atoms. Means what? As there is a strong carbonyl and carbon or alkyl bond is strong, that's why ketones, they generally do not show oxidation with the mild oxidizing agents like nitric acid or KMnO4. Instead of them, if we use these strong oxidizing agents like chromium oxide, they get oxidized, but there is a formation of mixture of 2 carboxylic acids having less number of carbon atoms than the starting ketones. Okay, now we will see the next reduction reactions. This was a oxidation. Now reduction. What are the reductions? Here aldehydes and ketones, they reduced to form methylene group. They reduced to form methylene group. While comparing oxidation and reduction, look at the board that if we compare here in oxidation, there is a formation of carboxylic acid. Means what? That one oxygen atom or one oxygen molecule is introduced in the oxidation, but in case of reduction, here oxygen is added. Now in the reduction, we are going to remove that oxygen. Means what? That the oxygen which is attached to the carbon atom, that is a carbonyl carbon. Okay. Now this, for this reduction, there are the 2 reactions, that is Clemenson's reaction, Clemenson's reduction, and another type is Wolff-Kishner. Wolff-Kishner reduction. Both the methods, that Clemenson reduction and Wolff-Kishner reduction, both are the different methods. Just for the reduction, in case of Clemenson reduction, that carbonyl group, that may be aldehydic or ketone, what we are saying, that in case of reduction of aldehydes or ketones, these carbonyl group, look at the general reactions. It is reduced, means addition of hydrogen. It is reduced to the corresponding methylene group. This one is methylene. That may be aldehyde or ketone. Whatever example we can take. Means for reduction, that the carbonyl carbon, it is reduced to the methylene group. Now, for this reduction, Clemmensen, let us see one by one that Clemmensen reduction. Okay, Clemmensen reduction. Generally, carbonyl carbon, while a reduction or when they are showing that reduction reaction, we are going to use that zinc amalgam and concentrated hydrochloric acid. We are going to use zinc amalgam, and depending upon what kind of reducing agents we are using, that the two reactions we are going to see, that one is Clemmensen reduction and another will be, let us see by the comparative method, that the Wolff-Kishner reduction. We can see that comparatively that Clemmensen reduction, for reducing carbonyl aldehyde or ketone, there is a use of zinc amalgam and concentrated hydrochloric acid, while Wolff-Kishner reduction, it is a two-step reaction where that corresponding, whatever may be that aldehyde or ketone, they react with hydrazine. And the intermediate hydrazone will be prepared, which on further treatment with that alkali, that is the sodium hydroxide, that may be sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide, with that the strong boiling solvent like ethylene glycol, using this solvent and NaOH, that the whatever hydrazone they are formed, they get reduced to the corresponding methylene group, because we know oxidation of aldehydes and ketone forms carboxylic acid, while reduction of aldehydes and ketones, there is a formation of methylene group. Here we have to keep in mind. Okay, let us see that Clemmensen reduction, that the general reaction we can write plus this is addition of hydrogen, that is reduction using zinc amalgam and concentrated hydrochloric acid. If that aldehyde or carbonyl carbon is treated, there is a formation of methylene group and water molecule. This is a general reaction for Clemmensen reduction. Now we will see, we can take the examples like CH3CHO, or write like this. And side by side ketone also. Its name is 1, 2, 3 carbon containing propanol, and this one is propanone, or common name we know that acetone. Okay, you should rewind what are the nomenclature we have seen in the previous videos. Okay, now if it undergoes reduction, what is the reaction? For reaction we are using zinc amalgam and concentrated hydrochloric acid. There is a formation of what? Methyl group, or methylene group means what? These carbonyl carbon, that is double bond, that will get reduced, and there is a formation of CH2. Now there is a CH, it will convert it to CH3 plus H2O, and here same reaction happens with the concentrated hydrochloric acid. That acetone get reduced to CH2, CH3 and water molecules. Look at the change is being happen at this carbonyl carbon. That oxygen is reduced to the methylene group, and there is a formation of what is this? 1, 2, 3 carbon containing propane. This is the propane. Okay, this is the Clemmensen reduction. While in case of Wolff-Kishner reduction, both aldehydes and ketone, look at the general reaction we can write. When they are treated with hydrazine, there is a formation of this one. This is a hydrazone, this much is hydrazine. Whatever aldehyde or ketone, when they are treated with the hydrazine, they get converted to the hydrazone, which on treatment with NaOH or KOH. And here the strong boiling solvent is used is ethylene glycol. It is ethylene glycol that this converted to the methylene group likewise, and nitrogen is given out. Nitrogen molecule is given out. This is the simple reaction. This was the Clemmensen reduction. Wolff-Kishner reduction, and this is the Clemmensen reduction. Both reactions shows that removal of carbonyl carbon, that removal of oxygen from carbonyl carbon, but use of this zinc amalgam will decide Clemmensen reduction and reaction with the hydrazine. Look at here, we also can write the examples like acetone again, or C2H5 CH. This much reaction with hydrazine, what we will see that carbonyl carbon this is the hydrazone. This is hydrazone, which on further treatment with bases, let us see that KOH and ethylene glycol. It will give here, instead of this double bond, there is a hydrogen is introduced and nitrogen. This is in case of ketones, while in case of aldehydes we can see same reaction with hydrazine. There is a formation of hydrazone, which further get converted to simple. Okay, here the interesting fact about Wolff-Kishner reduction, that alkyl derivatives of aromatic compounds, or aromatic benzene, for their preparation, Wolff-Kishner reduction, this method is used. Wolff-Kishner reduction, this method is used as that aromatic ketones. Look at the example. We can write like what its name? You can see that ethyl phenyl ketone, ethyl phenyl ketone, which on reaction with hydrazine product formed this is a hydrazone which on further reaction with the base that the alkyl substituted derivatives of benzene, that the CH2 and this is a C2H5, it is N-propyl benzene. This is a alkyl substituted aromatic compound and Wolff-Kishner reduction. This method is used for this preparation, as we have seen that Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction, that is the electrophilic substitution reaction that are shown by the aromatic compounds. But instead of that method, that Friedel-Crafts alkylation, we cannot derive these products. For that, Wolff-Kishner reduction is this method is used. And hereafter, the last reaction or the last chemical reactions of the aldehydes and ketones, that is the electrophilic substitution reactions. We should note that there is a partial polar charges or polarity between the carbonyl carbon and oxygen, and that's why they show that electrophilic substitution reaction means what? In case of aromatic compounds, we can write that resonance and there is a large inductive effect, and due to this inductive effect, whatever the substituent group means what? Substituted aromatic compounds, they can show different kind of activating sites. There are the three different sites that can be activated on the aromatic ring, that is ortho, meta and para. Depending on the nature of substituent, that upcoming or coming group that present on the aromatic ring, is it electron donating or electron withdrawing? On that behavior, that electrophilic substitute product we are getting, that are the difference. If let's see the last point of the chapter are aldehydes and ketones, not the chapter, and the last chemical reaction. Electrophilic substitution. Electrophilic substitution reactions. You have already previously seen that for aromatic compounds, means for aromatic aldehydes and ketones, aromatic aldehydes are ketones. They show these electrophilic substitution reaction. In case of aromatic halogen derivatives, in that chapter also you have seen that the different electrophilic substitution reaction, that is sulfonation, nitration, again halogenation, Friedel-Crafts alkylation or Friedel-Crafts acylation. These all reactions are electrophilic substitution. But in case of here that CHO group or that carbonyl group, okay, that is present on the aromatic ring, whatever that may be, it act as electron withdrawing group, and we can draw different resonating structures, and due to inductive effect also, that electron withdrawing group will always give the meta directing electron withdrawing group are meta directing, and they give meta products. They will give meta products. Okay, let us see the example. We can write that electrophilic substitution reaction, halogenation, nitration, sulfonation, and Friedel-Crafts reaction we have already studied, but for representation we will see the first nitration reaction. Let us see the example. This is benzaldehyde. For nitration, we know that nitration is introduction of nitro group to the aromatic compound, and for that we are using the nitrating mixture, means mixture of concentrated sulfuric acid and concentrated nitric acid. This is the nitrating mixture. This combination, nitric acid and sulfuric acid, nitrating mixture. What that nitro group will be introduced to the meta position. Which one is the meta position? Look here. That 1,2 position, A, whatever may be substituent, that this one is ortho, this one is meta, and this one is para. It's like same likewise 1,2 or 1,2. This one ortho position, meta position, and para position. If the substituent group present on the aromatic ring, that is a If it is electron withdrawing, then the product will be meta directing. If that A will be electron donating, means if they are sharing electron to activate the ring, that it will activate these two sides, and product will be the mixture. One will be the ortho and another will be the para. But here in case of carbonyl group, that may be aldehydic or ketonic, they are electron withdrawing. That's why the product will be meta directing, means 1 3. This is 1 2 and this is 3, NO2, and name will be meta nitrobenzaldehyde. And likewise you can write the reactions of that nitration. Then after, for halogenation we can write that reaction of the benzaldehyde. We can write benzaldehyde on reaction with when undergoes chlorination in presence of anhydrous ferrous chloride, there is a formation of metachlorobenzaldehyde. Concept we have to remind that the product will be the meta directing, or reaction with the concentrated sulfuric acid or fuming sulfuric acid, there will be the meta product, that is sulfonic acid. Okay, in the next videos we are going to see that the crucial and the remaining part of the chapter, that is carboxylic acids, their names, their classification, their methods of preparation and chemical properties. Okay.